All right, we're live at the Chicago Midway Airport. We got nuts on Clark.
Yeah, we do.
We're Clark. So we were supposed to be in Dallas, not right now, but eventually. And we're currently in Chicago because the flight to Dallas kept getting delayed. So me and Dunaway, Lance couldn't do it because of his schedule. So me and Dunaway took an earlier flight through Chicago to get to Las Vegas. And now the Las Vegas flight is getting delayed. So we got a little bit of a layover here in Chicago.
So Lance may beat us. Is what
Lance could beat us, although I just heard from Lance that his flight from Dallas got delayed. Let's see if we've been delayed again, by the way. I just had a Chicago beef. Yes, chef. It was really good. It was actually Chicago beef and sausage. What did you have?
Me?
Yep.
I went with a hot flat grill burger that
Yep.
this place was known for, Billy Gibbs.
Yep. That was good.
I went with a double with mustard, onion, and pickle. And I'm topping it off with some nuts on Clark. Then I'm going to go get a cold beer.
Cold beer?
Yep.
Who are y'all flying with? Southwest. I don't know if that's what you mean by that question, but that is the answer. JMO's gotta hate airlines and flying. It's just become a crapshoot, man. You never can tell anymore.
Tell me what happened on the landing. First time ever for me.
Jeff asked if Lance is okay. Is he on that flight? He was on it. He's going to be on a different flight. He's fine as of
Thank
now.
God he wasn't on the flight we were on. He would have put skid marks in his underwear.
We hydroplaned on landing. It's raining here in Chicago, and our guy came in a little hot. It felt like. Didn't you think?
And he slammed on the brakes.
Yeah.
And I've never done this before. He had a full skid.
Yeah.
Lost control, started to fishtail.
Yep. Woo. Yep. Look at our guy Dan Wetzel right here. Yahoo Sports columnist Dan Wetzel. This is some quality content for us, Dan. This is quality content. National columnist Yahoo Sports. Dan comes on with us all the time. You guys love him. He's very funny. Does a great job.
Dan, you know people like watch eagle eggs until they hatch.
That's right.
Why not watch an old guy eat nuts on Clark?
Nuts on Clark. That is caramel popcorn that I bought and have not had a piece of because Dunaway is dominating
I'm
it.
going to
right
get a beer while you talk to the people.
All right.
Watch my bags.
It's a little stale. You think it's a little stale?
I didn't want to be just...
No, it is. It's a little stale. Nuts on Clark. So I will. That's my drink. Diet Coke, by the way. Dan says, "Who wouldn't want to be stuck in an airport with us?" Well, it's actually not that crowded here, surprisingly, but we are stuck here. NH3425 says Pop-Tart Bowl is actually not a bad game. I haven't watched any of it. We've got the Bulls on and the NFL game. Looks like the Browns just scored in the NFL game. Matt asked, window or aisle seat? We are on Southwest. And unfortunately, because we had to change our flight, we're in the C boarding group. So I had aisle seat in the very back of the plane. Dunaway was right behind me, too. Lunsford says, watching an old guy eat nuts. Welcome to TNR. That is us. Put that on our tombstone there. An old guy eating nuts. Whoa, holy crap. J-Mo says 90 yards of rushing on fake punts in this game. Man. Milkman says, Saban ready for retirement? I have never once in my life predicted Nick Saban's retirement. Not one time in my entire life. So I will not start now because you go broke betting on Nick Saban's retirement. A lot of people have retired him over the years. National Champ says Texas or Washington. I've thought Texas all along. Lance says Washington. Lance thinks it's Washington. I'm still going to... I've gone back and forth. I'm still going to stick with Texas. Posey says flight delayed. Yeah. We've got another 2 hours before we fly to Vegas. Here's the problem. We don't get to Vegas until 11:30 Pacific. So that's 1:30 body clock. And then we got a show tomorrow. So I don't know what to tell you guys about tomorrow's show. I think Furman is going to join us. We are at the Doghouse, which is a sports bar in Resorts World. And that's where we're staying for one day anyway, or less than a day, a few hours. And we'll be at the Doghouse. And Furman's going to come out and join us in the 10 o'clock hour.
What are y'all talking about?
Furman joining us on the show tomorrow, the 10 o'clock
I
hour.
heard that part.
Let's see. Dirty Death. How depressing is that airport? I had a layover there before, and at least it was NFL Sunday and was able to watch games. There's games on. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a happy airport. Would you call this airport depressing right now?
No, the bar that's closest to us right now, the refrigerator is not working, so it was only beer on tap. So
Is that a problem?
So I couldn't get a Bud Light. I had Bud Light on tap.
That is a dark beer you got right there.
So I've got a some kind of local Oktoberfest like beer.
Right.
Is it October Brown?
It is not October.
Yeah. So I would imagine this has been here a while.
Yeah. Lunsford says, I never know if Lunsford's being a smartass or not, but he says Resorts World is the best.
Oh, in Vegas?
Yeah.
This is the best.
Oh, good. Well,
That's where we're
at.
twice.
Yeah.
This is my preferred casino.
Will says we'll be live normal time Monday. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Normal time.
Here's why I like Resort World. It's off the strip, so they were able to buy a lot of land.
Right.
And they made like this spacious, big casino that is bright. I don't even know you can smoke in there. This is good air, bright, clean. Love the casino.
Right. Matt wants you to chug that beer.
Can't chug it. Foul ball didn't go in it. Not at Wrigley.
Troy says we may as well have a reality camera crew following through. People really wouldn't believe it.
So you talk about the hydroplane?
Well, we brought it up. Why don't you tell the story?
I've never, ever had this happen. And I'm old. So we're coming in hot. Chicago. I'm watching Kansas State manhandle NC State in the first half. Thank you, Southwest, for the free Wi-Fi, free television.
Yeah, I was taking a nap.
So usually I'm braced for the landing and everything, but I'm no clue that we're about to land. And all of a sudden, we do that hover right before the ground, and I'm like, okay, we're about to land. So at that point, it's a pretty smooth landing, but it's quick, steep. And the dude locks the brakes up. Like, I've never seen anybody, maybe they do it. I thought we always stopped by just, very space shuttle-like and just flipping the jets around or something. We hit the brakes, and it was like I was driving in my old Ram truck that was sort of light in the back, and you always would skid sideways.
Yeah.
I mean, we slid at, 300, 400, 500,000 miles an hour? We slid speed
I
of
think that's
light.
probably a bit overstated.
And we started to fishtail a little bit a couple of times, and he let off. And, of course, then you grab. Once you let the brakes off, you grab, which is what you have to do when you're in a skid. I wonder if it's much like driving your car. Do you have to steer
out of it?
Steer into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was crazy.
Samuel says,
we're live.
We won't see a drop of rain. Brown earlier. I said in LA. Now, first of all, when I said that, I had no clue we were going to be in Chicago today.
Everybody doubting my forecast on this trip.
I thought I was going to be in Dallas.
I said it was going to rain every day except game day.
But you had no idea we were going to be in Chicago tonight.
I had a feeling it was going to rain every day except.
So David said, I thought three of y'all were going to Dallas together. That was the plan, but the Dallas flight kept getting delayed. Lance's schedule did not allow him to jump on this earlier flight that we jumped on. So
we're just trying to guarantee a show tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that we've done that just yet.
No.
So we're stuck in Chicago right now. Jeremy says 500,000 miles per hour, Jimmy Dramatic.
You told me to tell the story.
I mean, you added a little bit to it. I think.
Enhanced it. Put a little Polish sausage on it. You know what's a surprising good combination?
What's that?
Caramel popcorn and beer.
Here's your Pop-Tart Bowl update from Ian. Ian, do you think that's Ian or Ian?
That is Ian Milenbush.
Pop-Tart Bowl update. 21-19 KSU. 2 KSU TDs called back in the last 2 minutes. That's unfortunate.
Avery Johnson buckled up in the first half.
Mimi says you explain things the way she does.
Thank you, Mimi.
Well, also you had to be there.
I'm not a liar.
You're an enhancer. You enhance stories. Yeah. Dirty Dev says it's TNR's planes, trains, and automobiles moment. We've had 2 shows from an airport before. One on our way to Ocean City. Was that Charlotte? You were in Charlotte Airport that time.
Yeah.
And that was all 3 of us.
I was stoned and drunk.
I remember that. I remember that part of it.
And Lance was just Lance.
Yeah, Lance was Lance. And I was traffic cop. I was playing traffic cop there. So how you feeling? Do you think we're going to make Vegas?
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Not
so
tonight.
You don't think this plane's going to take off?
I don't.
Right now it says 9:33.
I think what happens when you factor in a big city like Chicago, you bring into play all the stuff you see on the news, all the cancellations. I don't think we made Vegas.
9:33. It hasn't changed in a while, so I think we're good. We board in an hour and 15 minutes.
If you'd like to see us, if you think we're going to make Vegas, mybookie.ag, promo code next round. I'm sure you can bet on it.
What would you make the line right now?
Oh, making it would be minus 220.
Minus 220. Well, that's a favorite.
Oh yeah. I bet the underdog.
Bobby says, hearing my drink at the counter and hearing that empty sound reminds you how quickly you go through a drink when using a straw. I don't like using a straw. Do you like straws?
Nope.
I don't know why I'm using the straw right here. But I prefer. All right, so here's my thing though. We were in a restaurant last night, and my youngest daughter pointed this out. That I prefer a drink like just drinking it right out of the cup, right? Put something on top of it.
Me too.
But here's when I use a straw, and I don't know why I'm using a straw on this one, just because it's the way they gave it to me. When I use a straw, it's when the server comes to the table and they put the cup on the table like that, because now their hands, and who knows where their hands have been, are all over where I'm about to drink, so then I have to go straw. I do not like a straw though. I like drinking just straight out of the thing.
As you saw here, germs don't scare me.
I did see that. Dunaway, you want to tell that story? Dunaway's got this painful hip hamstring deal, and I've got Advil in my bag. And it's like, can I have some Advil? And I was like, yeah, I normally, what do you want, 2 or 3? I normally take 3. And he's like, oh, I want 4.
Give me 4.
So I was like, my God, Dunaway, you're going to run me out of Advil. So I dumped some in his hand, and he drops one of them. I was like, now you're dropping them all over the airport. And he picks it up off the floor at Midway Airport and blows it off, and takes it. I'm like, dude, do you know how many people have been on that floor?
It's straight down my throat.
Not the first time. Let's see. Oh, David Knight, our friend David, wants us to buy him some Garrett's popcorn. I've had that, David. It's good. It's the we got nuts on Clark right here, by the way. A little stale, I think.
Killing it.
You are, but I think it's a little stale.
Yeah.
So the Garrett's.
That makes the beer better.
I've been to the Garrett's, like here in Chicago. It's the one that's the
famous one. Everybody wants.
It is famous, and you get the cheddar and caramel mix, which I'm only okay with that. Like,
as David would know, good advertising suckers you in.
That's right.
I was sitting here eating my burger, and I've got 2 animated popcorns just blowing all over the screen over here. I'm thinking to myself, I got to have some nuts on Clark.
Yeah. John, dang, somebody's pushing that table. Oh, it's a kid. John says, get some old style. Is that old style you're drinking right there?
It may be. Does that look
You
like
know
old
what you?
style?
I don't know.
I just told her to do something local.
Looks like motor oil. Alex says, server 101, never hold a customer's cup from the top. People do it all the time, though, Alex. I mean, it's all the time. They're giving me the cup like that. There's a close-up on my hand right there.
Chances are they touched my pickle, they touched my tomato.
Well, I know that, but I don't see them do it. So once I see them do it, it bothers me. So that's why I drink out of a straw sometimes. Yeah, Kevin, was it 3 seconds it was on the floor?
Maybe 3 to 5. I'm getting slow in my old age.
Was it? Do you believe in the 3-second rule?
No, I mean, first of all, it's capsule, liquid capsule.
Right.
So what's going to stick to it first of all? And then it's medicine.
Yeah.
And then it's going in with the great human body. My acid
Yeah.
eat anything up.
Dwan says, you think USC cornerback is going to sign with Bama? He visited Alabama's practice today. When we started this show, there was nobody sitting around. There's not one person. And now it is like
Studio audience.
it's a studio audience. Everybody's looking at it. It's like, what are these idiots doing? Yeah, he was at Alabama's practice today, so we'd see. Kevin's right. If Brown had driven, we'd already be in Vegas. It's true.
Why would Miller Moss transfer to Alabama?
Not Miller Moss, cornerback, CB.
Oh, corner.
Mitchell says, where's LT? Again, different flight for Lance. He's flying through Dallas.
He's okay.
He's okay. He's fine. A lot of people asking where LT is. Kurt wants an airport version of trash. We don't have trash with us.
Have a look. Chicago Brad Law.
I saw him earlier. You're right about that.
Yep.
This is Dunaway's favorite game. When we go out of town, he finds people in every town that look like somebody in Birmingham.
Yeah. Chicago, Justin Hokinson right there.
No, that is nowhere close.
But
you try too hard. You try too hard.
Wait till he looks up.
You try too hard.
Wait till he looks up.
Matt wants us to interview random people about something ridiculous. I guess we could try that in a minute.
It's on you.
You don't mind doing that.
Give me anxiety.
Dirty Dev says live from Chicago is not on the bingo card. Not for us either. This did not happen until after the show today. We did not make this change until after the show, when our flight kept getting delayed.
So Cleveland's beating the Jets. I see that. Somebody give me a college update. What's the college score right now?
John says, what's this about the team watching film on iPads?
They always do, don't they?
No. You haven't seen the story. The players are saying that the coaches aren't allowing them to use their personal iPads. They can only watch film in groups because of the cheating scandal.
Oh.
Yeah.
They don't want it getting out.
Forrester says, hey, boys, bring back some socks gear. All right, Scotty. We looked at a hat. I think you've already got the hat, though.
Whose idea was it?
It was Dunaway's idea, Scott. My God. I've never seen anybody that wants affirmation more than you.
Well, I was just saying. You ruined one of his hats.
I did ruin one of his hats. And
I said,
if that exact same hat was in that store, I would have gotten it, but it's not.
Said, it'd be a good time to pay Forrester back your hat.
Well, it's not in the store, Scott. The one socks hat they had, you've already got. I was going to buy it, but you've already got it. Did that guy just whistle at the fellow working in there?
Probably. It's been a lot of aggressive people.
That's an aggressive move, isn't it? Okay, again, Luke thought we were flying to Dallas. We were, Luke. But delay after delay after delay after delay. We chose to fly through Chicago. Lance had to stick with the Dallas thing. Guess what? We're going to get to Vegas at the same time, potentially.
So what have we missed since we've been gone?
Oh, Isaiah Bond said a lot today. Scott is right. I kept seeing what Isaiah Bond said. Scott said a bunch. Yeah, he said a bunch of it out. Uh-oh. You just dropped popcorn in your beer.
Fixed.
Oh, did you drink it out? Here, 21-19 is the college game.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
What if my parlay's still alive?
Who'd you have today?
Here comes Chicago's Don. Who used to work at 13?
Don Halls. Yeah, you're right. I think that actually is Don. I swear that's him. God, this is twin. If it's not, that's crazy.
Oh, I do it too quick. I'm sorry.
Bill O'Brien is the most hated man in Tuscaloosa. So that also came out of the press conference. Jalen Hurts.
He tried to get Jalen to move?
Yeah, to change positions. I think Bill O'Brien, from what I can gather, is very well liked as a person. I think people that know him. So, I hate it that he's going to get labeled like this because he's, from what I can understand, a very nice guy, very good person. And has been a pretty good coach for the most part.
This is my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the chat room. Would you not think that if Bill O'Brien was having those discussions with Jalen Monroe, that it had not been a staff conversation
at some point? He didn't do that on his own.
He's not going to go behind Nick Saban's back and say, hey, you ever thought about moving to tight end?
Right. Drake asked where Little T's going to be tomorrow. She's at Auburn's bowl game.
News conferences tomorrow.
Yep. So check out Little T. Follow us on social media. You'll see Little T's coverage of Auburn and Maryland.
She went one-on-one yesterday with Hugh Freeze.
What was one question?
It was a bonus question by herself.
He made it sound like she got a life story from him.
It was by herself, one-on-one. First question she's ever asked as a
reporter
in the field.
That's right.
And she said her hand, because she's doing it herself, she said her hand was shaking as she was doing the question.
Right.
And Hugh noticed it. And when he was finished answering the question, he gave her a high five and told her she did a good job.
Yeah. Jeremy asked about EG. She's meeting us in L.A. EG will meet us in L.A. tomorrow afternoon and she'll be with us through the game.
Atlanta to L.A.
Yeah, so she'll be in L.A. with us. Browns are leading the Jets 20-7. Boy, I'm having a hard time getting engaged in that game. I can see it over there, but Jets are hard to watch.
Here's what I hate, and you guys can bitch about it if you want. The Browns clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight, right?
All right.
Their first playoff spot since they've been back? Am I right about that?
No. Kelly Holcomb took it to the playoffs.
But wasn't that before?
Before what?
Before they went to Baltimore?
No.
So they've been since they've been back.
Oh, yeah.
But it's been a while.
Well, it may have been a while. I don't know.
So this clinching, they're doing the white helmets tonight.
Yeah, I don't like that look.
I mean, hell, do your traditional uniform when we're going to have pictures of you going to the playoffs again. Maybe winning a division.
Yeah.
Come on.
Luke says Baker took it to the playoffs and won a game A lot of people are saying that now. Baker Mayfield
Baker?
2020, yeah.
You mean the guy's about to take the Bucs to the playoffs
Uh-huh.
with a win on Sunday?
Bradley asked how long our delay is. It's headed to LA tomorrow. Technically, the flight is only delayed by an hour, but it gave us a 2.5 hour layover here. Let's see if it's been delayed again.
But when you're in Chicago, nuts on Clark.
Get Clark's nuts. 9:33. We're still on time.
Is Wetzel from?
Wessel's from Detroit. I bet you he's quit watching by now. He's like, okay, that was fun to start with, but I got some holes to watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, Wetzel lives in Detroit.
All right. Thank you guys for helping us kill some time. Miss Brown eating a Italian meat sandwich.
I got a picture of it. Let me show him a picture.
Well, go to our social media. You can see the video.
Yeah, you can see the video of me eating it, but if you don't want to do that, this is a photo of the sandwich I ate. Look at that. So it's Italian beef with the peppers on top, and then there's Italian sausage. You can't see, or you can barely see it, like right there at the bottom. That's a piece of Italian sausage from Billy Goat Tavern. I'd never had Italian beef, but I saw it on that show I watched. What was the name of that show?
Chef.
No, Bear.
Bear.
And I always told my wife, I was like, that Italian beef looks good.
This is Brown actually.
Here we hold it. So this is me describing it, and then Dunaway wants me to take a bite. So you're about to see how tough this thing was to eat.
I called him the
It's a little messy. No, you didn't.
The C. That's what sissy.
Yeah. Pretty good. I got to go straight to the napkin. Pretty filthy.
He gave me a fake wink.
Give me a fake wink. That's a real wink.
You're good on the fake wink.
Yeah.
Fake laughs.
Wes says the meat looks unseasoned. Absolutely not. It was extra seasoned. A little spicy. Spicy.
Soaked in the juices all day long.
Yeah, it was pretty messy. Somebody asked if we were Brian Burgess. I played golf with this guy, Jack State. I think he might have commented on our last airport show. So this Brian, this guy right here was on the golf team at Jack State, grew up in Itala, went to Etowah High School, and is one of the funniest guys I know. Right.
Freddie Kitchens High.
Brian was after Freddie. He would have been in the Todrick Malone and
Cornell Williams?
No, Cornell's younger. Todrick Malone and Derek Nix, or Tyrone Nix, one of the Nix brothers. But Brian was one of the funniest people I've ever been around. We had so much fun. I only played golf one year at Jack State, but it was one of the most, just the people, the golf I didn't particularly enjoy, but the people were so much fun. And Burgess is one of the best. Well, where did he tell us to eat?
So you've been blessed to work with Burgess and me. Two of the funniest people you know.
Yes, two people I really like. I love me some Brian Burgess, though. He was a fun dude to be around. We had a good time.
For those of you going at home, I love me some Brian Burgess, though.
I hadn't seen him in forever. I see you every day. There was another guy I played with named Russ Mitchell, and I saw him when we did the game up in Huntsville, because he lives up in Huntsville. His son's on the Alabama golf team now. So
on the Alabama golf team?
Mm-hmm. His son's a good player.
Absolutely.
Andrew's sitting in the Atlanta airport, headed to Vegas right now. Look at that. He's going to come see us tomorrow. How about that?
Do it, Andrew. That's early.
Resorts World Doghouse, Andrew.
Here's the question, Andrew.
Doghouse Sports Bar.
Who makes it there first? Andrew, you, me, or LT? Is Andrew in the running to beat us there?
It could be. Well, he's sitting in Atlanta airport right now, so I don't know.
And we're in Chicago, so we're slightly ahead right now.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Jeff says, what time do you expect to be in Vegas on Central Time Zone? According to the Southwest app.
You don't want to know, Jeff.
According to the Southwest app, our plane lands at 10:59. That's Pacific time. So that would be
1 in the morning.
1 in the morning. That's if this thing takes off in time.
So the best case scenario is a 4-hour sleep night for me.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about us doing it? I was thinking about this when I was walking back from the bathroom just a second ago before we started this. Well, we just pulled an all-nighter.
Just do a 24-hour show?
Yeah. Well, no. But we get to Vegas and, we get in our room, rest for a second, and then just, are the casinos open that late?
No, they never close.
Let's just go to the casinos for a little while and then do a live show.
And then we got to fly to LA.
All right. Sleep in the plane.
Where are we sleeping?
In the plane.
I don't like sleeping on the plane.
Lunsford says, pull an all-nighter and hit the tables. Well, that you do realize that's only a 1 hour flight. Swifty. This is Will Swift, former Auburn golfer, great amateur golfer. All my golf buddies are in here. Have you noticed that? You met Swifty, though. You know Swifty, don't you?
I do know Swifty.
He says we're roughing it. Good dude right there, man. Played golf at Auburn. Great amateur career.
That'd be good. Played Auburn.
Do you think he's a better amateur golfer than Woody Eubanks or no? It's close. Well, he's watching, so I'm going to say he's better than Woody.
Here's my question.
Woody isn't watching.
Would Swifty have to drink as many drinks as Woody?
Woody's not drinking. Woody gets that lipper that he plays.
I'd say if he's got to take the same vitamins as Woody and the same drinks as Woody, I'll take Woody.
Andy. Oh, here's a guy I went to high school with. Man, this is wild. All right, so I went to high school with my boy Andy Eaton right here. This is a good dude right here. Funny guy.
This is like Brown's Wonderful Life.
It really is, man.
If I hear a bell, I know he's got his wings.
Sachs High School right there, my boy Andy Eaton. I hadn't seen him in forever either. All these people I hadn't seen him forever. This is over here. He's got 8 remaining bowl games, 0-1 right now. What's the win-loss for the SEC side? That's what Andy wants to know. Sachs High School grad.
Great question. Let's run through it.
And Burgess says, you're correct. Freddie Kitchens used to come to JSU and hang out with us. And one night, he went to Brothers Bar. And that ended up in a suspension, and we were there. Wow, that was a brawl. That thing spilled out into the street, man. So what, we're 0-1, the SEC is? They want a record?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're 0-1. I've never really accepted Texas A&M into the league yet.
I accept them more than Missouri.
I'm counting Missouri this year. They're good.
Yeah, they're going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to beat.
So Clemson, Kentucky tomorrow. I'll take Clemson.
So I like Kentucky in that game.
So we're 0-2.
I'm not going to like Kentucky in that game.
Missouri, Ohio State. I'm going to take Ohio State in that game.
I got Missouri. I'm 2-0.
So we're 0-3.
I'm 2-0.
Ole Miss, Penn State.
I'm taking Ole Miss.
I'm going to take Ole Miss.
3-0.
1-4. Auburn, Maryland.
No, Auburn easy. Maryland doesn't have a quarterback.
2-4.
God, I got to lose this.
Florida State.
Georgia blowout.
3-4. Wisconsin, LSU.
Actually, I'm going to go Wisconsin.
You're falling into the trap.
Am I?
I'm going to go LSU. 4-4. Iowa, Tennessee. I'll surprise you with my pick here.
No, I'm going to Tennessee.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
I'm Tennessee now.
5-4.
I got
Alabama,
this.
Michigan.
Alabama by 2 scores.
Take Alabama. That's 6-4. Is that all? We only have 10 teams.
I think that's right.
Dang, down here. So 6-4 when it's all said and done. But for a while, people will be like, "Oh, look at the SEC. They're 7-10 against Power 5 teams this year." And then they lose tomorrow, and they'll be, "Oh, they're 7-11 against Power 5."
But I told you, bowl season, you can't make those judgments. I just think it's ridiculous to make those judgments in bowl season.
Has anybody ever thrown up eating too much nuts? Thrown up, eating too much nuts on Clark and drinking a dark beer?
You feel like you're about to yak?
It tasted good going down. It's not sitting as well.
John says he hears a baby. That kid is probably, how far away is that kid from us?
That is 2 first downs, 20 yards.
Yeah, a good 20 yards from us, and you hear him like he's sitting right next to us. So imagine how it sounds.
Is that a Buddy the F doll?
Yep.
I'll tell you what I've been watching too much of is spy espionage shows on Netflix.
Why?
I just saw The Night Agent. The Night
Right.
Agent. Really good. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
No blood and gore like LT likes.
Nobody gets beheaded?
No, but for normal people would like it. It was enjoyable. And so too was The Recruit. I enjoyed The Recruit.
Well, I started that last night, The Recruit on Netflix.
Now, both of
My
them
wife
are a
and I.
little cheesy, but
Steven says, but that kid's on our flight. You think so? No. That mom kind of looks like Vegas. Don't you think? That mom's got a little Vegas in her.
yeah, a little showgirl here.
She might have a job out there.
We all have a job out there, man.
Yeah. Charlie says you need to watch Suits. It's a good show. I started the first episode. I wasn't 100% on that one.
I've tried.
I might give it a little. Oh, so you have tried?
Bama fan or not?
I think he's just wearing red. You gotta remember, there's not a lot of reason for people from Alabama other than us to be in this airport.
Yeah. See if the Michigan band's flying tonight, though.
All right, we're getting a lot of Where's LT, and I thought you were going to be in Dallas. So again, for those joining late, well, we've addressed it twice, but so here's how this works. Like some people will watch and then they believe it's a really getting on this.
Ooh,
You about to throw up?
no.
So we were supposed to be in Dallas, but that flight kept getting delayed, and we started to get worried that we weren't going to make our connection. So me and Dunaway have flown through Chicago. Lance couldn't make that flight, so he kept our original flight. And now we're probably all going to end up in Vegas at the same time.
Okay, here's a great question for the
And
audience.
the kid's about to leave, by the way, because the Vegas dancer mom's getting up.
Okay, here's a great question.
All right.
So you're in the airport. This is for the audience, not you.
I'm in an airport there.
You're in an airport. You got a layover.
Right.
Which style food do you go with? Mexican cantina over there. There's a Epstein's bagel where they make a bagel sandwich.
Einstein's. It's Einstein's. So it's not Epstein. It's Epstein's Island.
I'm blocked by the
It's Einstein.
I'm blocked by the Christmas tree there.
Einstein's.
Ironically,
Yes.
Einstein's.
Yes.
Billy Goat Burgers.
That's where we ate.
Yeah, where they also had the Italian beef for the
It
burgers.
was good.
And then there's this Chinese and sushi place right here. And I in my rankings, I went Mexican first because I think it's a gamble with burritos and such, no matter where you eat. So I went that first, but it was packed. And they didn't serve our beverage choice.
It was a different pour. Yep,
It was on a Coca-Cola pour.
that is correct.
My second choice was Billy Goat's. We went there. Oh, there was a pizza place too.
Yeah, it kind of looked good.
Yeah. My third choice was pizza. My fourth choice was the bagel place. My last choice, the one place I will never eat sushi, and I love sushi.
Is an airport?
Yes.
Well, there's a sushi bar right there. And
That's
I mean,
why I brought
people,
it up.
I know, but people were bellied up to it when we walked past it.
Yeah. They're not anymore. I picture them somewhere on their hands and knees.
Kevin says pizza is his go-to. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
There was a pizza place. It looked pretty good. I almost went with that, but I wanted to try that beef. Sam says definitely not Chinese or Mexican.
Definitely. Oh, Mexican. Yeah, you gamble on Mexican regardless.
Tim says Mexican is a guaranteed toilet visit somewhere. No bagel. Not Chinese. Oh, I already did that one. Charlie, absolutely no Mexican while traveling. You're going to lose this one.
I'm losing.
Jay says a cold beer will also accept a burger. That's what Dunaway had. Burger and a cold beer.
Burger and a cold beer.
That bagel did not kill itself. You get that joke if you get that joke. Kevin says Epstein's bagels are a big no-go.
Yeah. Epstein Island.
Steven says we all got a job out there. Brownie is another great T-shirt. We all got a job out there, Brownie. Oh, geez.
I would tell you that Keith writes into Aaron Suttles and me today asking this question.
So we're just doing Twitter questions now?
Yeah, but it was an oddball question. He says, where does Alabama keep their oddball trophies? That's crazy. Alabama has so many trophies. You have to think about this. He goes, for example, where do they keep their 1991 Blockbuster trophy?
That's true.
Yeah. Aaron Suttles, Bama and Bourbon fame, writes in most of the bowl trophies, not championship trophies, are kept at the Bryant Museum.
I was going to say that. Bryant Museum, yeah. Makes sense.
I would imagine that somewhere there is a bowl trophy in Alabama history that is in a closet and not on display.
Oh, I don't think there's
Like
any
if we got a what's it called, where you get information from a state institution.
The Sunshine Act or the Freedom of Information?
Yeah, Freedom of Information Act. If we got, it's the next round of Freedom of Information Act and mandated that Alabama produced every one of their bowl trophies for us
Just
on
put them
one
out there on
display.
display.
I bet they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I bet there's some missing.
So like that Independence Bowl they won with Joe Kines, their own coach.
I bet there's some that are missing, some that have been thrown into the river.
Yeah.
Or been given away. I tell you what, you just go ahead and take this. We're never going to put this up.
G. Wilson says one trophy got destroyed by Scott Cochran. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was the runner-up trophy, right?
Bobby says the 91 Blockbuster team, is that the one Corso called the worst 11 win? I don't remember that. They weren't a great team, but they ended up with just the one loss, which was at Florida, like week 2. You remember that?
Yeah.
They got scalded by Florida week 2, and then they won a bunch of
That would have been right.
13-6 games.
That's right. That's right. And they went on to win the national championship in '92, making that not the first time in Lee Corso's history he was wrong. So they ended up being pretty good that year. But I understand what he was
Well,
saying.
they won the national championship the next year, obviously. It wasn't a bad team. David Palmer was on that team. They had a really good defense.
That's when they started Woodson in the game at the Swamp.
Yeah.
And Barker came on in relief and kept it the rest of the way.
I think Barker took over in the Tennessee game permanently, if I remember correctly. I apologize. Joe Kynes lost that bowl game. My bad. Saban won an Independence Bowl his first year now.
He did. I bet it's not on display.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you. That might have been the one that Scott Cochran busted up.
Yeah, we don't play for Independence Bowl, is what he probably said. All right.
Are we out of stuff? We'll give him 35 minutes.
Let's see.
You want to see if we're delayed again? We've been holding at 9:33.
Let's check mybookie.ag. See if you
What do you
have
look
any
at?
parlays still going.
Corey's asking what time the PJ leaves. Buddy, if we had a PJ right now.
Oh, my goodness. It was a good year for us. It was not that good of a year for us.
We've been successful as a company, but we're not PJ successful yet.
God, that would be awesome.
Could you imagine if we owned our own jet?
And we had to pick up somebody like Herb Street on the way.
Yeah. Give him a lift.
Let's see here.
Dave says, don't be the last crap. Don't be the last plane tonight, okay? There's actually one that leaves after us going to Vegas. We are not the last one into Vegas. Hunter asked how long the delay is. Technically, the delay is only about an hour. We already had a little bit of a layover here.
Back-to-back nights, bad parlay night for Jimmy D.
Imagine that.
Yep. I've got the Jets and the under in a parlay. Right now, it is trending over and Browns.
Tesla Talk says Greg Byrne was a coach. That's tough on Greg. He's a tall dude. Coach can be tough on him, man.
Hey, Greg Sankey was on Southwest.
I saw that.
About middle of the way.
Had an exit road.
Yeah. I lost my parlay in college football today because I thought SMU would beat the crap out of the team that didn't beat the crap out of them. And then I thought Miami
That
would
would be
win
Boston
too.
College, by the
Yeah.
way.
Then I thought Miami would win as well. Wow. And then I thought North Carolina. Well, I may go 0 for 4 in my college football parlay. Yikes.
Surprising.
Let me see in my football pool if I'm still in first place or not.
Yeah. Corey again, late getting on. Where's LT? He took a different flight. We changed flights because of delays, and his schedule wouldn't let him get on the flight we got on. So he's on our original flight.
135 people.
You're 20 and 8? Is that just picking straight up or is that against the spread?
That is straight up.
Shows you how hard it is.
28. First place of 100. How many did I say? 130?
Jeff says, where will we be Monday from LA? We are at a private location. So I apologize. You cannot get to us Monday, but we'll be at the game. But we're doing our early show from a private location. Our post game, I think we're going to be outside the stadium, maybe. Jeremy likes my watch. That is a Citizen watch. Thank you. Very nice of you.
Well, I actually got this band. Not this one, but the first one like it here in Chicago. At the Apple store down by the river.
Really? That's an interesting place.
And I got that, and so I started ordering them online.
Yeah.
We apparently are tying the sort of charging station.
Kevin said we should have called Wheels Up. We should have. Oh, look, there's my buddy Jake. Hey, Jake, how are you?
Hey, Jake. Jake and Grace?
Yep. That's
I
it.
love Jake and Grace. What Jake doesn't know.
Yes? Jake doesn't know something?
Jake doesn't know this, but
What?
I know Grace's mom and dad.
Right.
Because of an airport story. When I was coming back from my honeymoon, Jake, we missed our flight in Atlanta to Birmingham, and it was late at night. There was no more cars, so I ended up renting a car, and right behind me in line was Grace's parents, just back from their honeymoon. They had no kids at the time, and they were coming back to Birmingham, Vestavia, and I said, why don't you guys ride with us? So we all just rode together, and that's how I met Grace's parents. It's like a CBS show, How I Met Grace's Mom. And we stayed in touch over the years. So, Jake, I've always thought you're a good guy. And I know you and Grace have been together a while. So, I know Grace's parents, and they're good people.
Why would this plug not work? Is it working for you? Are you charging? These plugs. I'll tell you what, the plugs in an airport are about probably 20% the ones that work. How am I going to charge my phone?
It does not look like it's charging.
Well, that sucks. All right.
That was a good idea. All right, let's shut this thing down.
All right, kids. We'll see you all, in theory, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock from Vegas. If you're in Vegas, we'll be at the Doghouse, which is inside Resorts World.
Which is the best bar in Vegas, best casino in Vegas. No dice.
Yep. Unfortunately. All right, we're going to go try to find a plug that works so we can charge our devices. So we'll see you guys 9 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks to Chris Stewart. Is that C. Stu? Can't tell by the photo. I think so. It says safe travels.
I think that's
Samuel says Tyler's about to learn how to host a show tomorrow. No, we're going to be there. We'll be there. Look, it hasn't gotten delayed again. If it hasn't gotten delayed again, we're fine now, don't you think?
I don't know.
You know, you think it's going to get canceled.
I don't know.
No, it's still not delayed again. We're in good shape. We board in less than an hour. We're good to go. All right, 9 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to pull an all-nighter when we get to Vegas. So tomorrow's show is going to be epic. I think sometimes you feel better if you stay up than sleep only for a couple hours.
As a guy who used to do morning television,
Right?
I learned very early you sleep when you can sleep, even if it's 2 hours.
Okay.
You sleep when you can sleep.
Yeah.
Because remember, for about 8 months, I did the 10 o'clock news and the morning show on Jocks.
I do remember that. That
So
seemed miserable.
that meant I was getting home at 11:30.
Yeah.
And that meant I was waking up at about 4:45
Right.
to get to work at Jocks. So I would sleep any chance I got. Sometimes in just the back seat of my Ram truck.
All right. Sleep on this plane. It's a long flight.
I
I'm
don't
going
sleep on
to.
planes because
I'm about to.
I may start snoring. I don't want
I
to be
did.
that guy.
You know what I did? And my wife, she'll tell you I do this, and I don't know why. Like, I'll go to sleep and I go, like that. And I did it twice. And like the girl next to me jumped both times. I was like, I am so sorry. But it's my fault.
Will Selfman, thank you.
I'm not going to start drinking to stay up all night. I'm high on life.
I'm just high.
Do you wonder, like, I can't say anything now without thinking, I wonder if Little T's going to use that at the end of the year deal.
It was really good, Little T.
She had four videos.
I know. She saved a lot of stuff.
Oh.
She watches more of our shows than I do.
She's our biggest fan.
I love that girl. Love that girl.
All right.
Love her own family.
Yeah.
Team
Right.
Corn.
We're out of here. See y'all. See you tomorrow.